For the first time, possibly in history, women are admitting they want daughters, not sons.
Oh, don't worry. This is certainly going somewhere.
Having a son is seen as an extreme burden to women around the world.
Burdens, really? And how is raising a son different than raising a daughter?
You are expected to birth them, educate them, and shield them from conditioning from other boys. All this without acknowledgement.
Oh, so some women want acknowledgement for being a good parent? You would think that just being a good parent would be reward enough in itself.
In fact, that very same son may grow up to take his mother's rights away.
Oh, yes, there are a lot of individuals out there that will try to convince some women that they need to be fearful of their own children in the future. But may I be very specific? It's only the boys that they're talking about. They would never mention the girls.
Women globally are reaching a line of contention, refusing to give birth to life that may become a weapon against them, against other women. This is why movements like 4B exist.
Oh, because of ignorance, fear, and bigotry? Got it.
Women are refusing to birth their own oppressors.
See what I mean?
They are liberating themselves from a life of suffering. Sons are no longer the standard. Daughters are.
I wonder how long it's going to be before boy moms start being harassed for having boys. Oh, wait. In case some of you didn't notice, that's already happening.
One second, feminism is demonizing men for objectifying women, and in the next, it's encouraging girls to sell their body on so that men can objectify them. I mean, which is it? Are you empowered or are you a victim of oppression? I used to consider myself a feminist until I realized that women were using it as a means to justify going out like this and then complaining about being called hot. Shorty, have you seen your own ass? I swear to God, women are the only ones that can spend 2 hours doing their makeup and picking out an outfit and then still say they don't want to be judged on their appearance. Girl, you literally pulled up your leggings to your third rib and gave yourself the ultimate wedgie. We know you didn't dress like this for you. When you look at the actual definition of feminism, all it is supporting women having access to equal rights. I'm not going to sit here and call myself an anti-feminist as someone who agrees with the core definition of feminism. But the problem is that the word has evolved to mean something very different. It's not just about women's rights anymore. There are other ideological strings attached. A major concept of modern feminism has been encouraging liberation. This was started partly due to the double standard around sexuality for men and women. When a man frequently engages in casual sex, he's considered a stud, but when a girl does it, she's considered a slut. Sexual promiscuity leads to less satisfaction in relationships for both genders. Just because it's more socially acceptable for a guy to have casual doesn't mean women should be trying to match that expectation by normalizing it. Two wrongs don't make a right, and promoting a destructive behavior under the marketable guise of sexual liberation is abhorrent. It's so interesting how women constantly complain about how shallow and objectifying their relationships with men are, but then promote hookup culture, which directly encourages this exact transactional process. If feminism actually cared about women as much as it claims to, the movement would be encouraging them to be more selective about their partners. It would be educating them about the negative effects of casual sex, since we know that it leads to decreased relationship satisfaction, loneliness, and depression. And look, I know people are going to take this as me trying to tell women how to live. That's not what I'm doing at all. You have all the freedom in the world to live exactly how you please. However, where I do have an issue is when a cultural movement is built on a foundation of lies.
Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. And just because something feels good in the moment doesn't mean it's good for you long term. These are basic life lessons people are supposed to learn early on. But when a society tells everyone that every impulse is valid and labels anyone who calls out destructive behavior as hateful, it's no surprise that self-destruction slowly becomes normalized.
If you're going to have an entire movement, an entire ideology who claims its very goal is to benefit women, then encourage behavior that actually benefits women. At one point, this movement had genuinely pure intentions. It's the reason I have a right to vote and work and be educated. Feminism changed our lives as women for the better. So I'm sorry, but I can't help but feel like now it's doing the complete opposite. It's a common feminist position to be anti-tradwife. They insist that tradwives have some sort of Stockholm syndrome where they've fallen in love with their own oppression, claiming that it perpetuates traditional gender roles which have held women back. But I thought what actual feminism was supposed to be about was supporting women's freedom of choice. That means supporting them if they choose to climb the corporate ladder and supporting them if they choose to be a housewife. I thought the whole point of feminism was to respect a woman's freedom of choice, even if it's not the choice we would personally make. It was to recognize that there's not a one-size-fits-all lifestyle for women and that they should be able to prioritize what's important to them. Feminism will argue against this by saying that choices don't exist in a vacuum and society impacts your ability to make autonomous decisions, but you can make that exact same argument on the other side too. I could sit here and tell you that your decision to be a feminist is because social media has brainwashed you into believing that women are oppressed. So your choice to be a feminist isn't a real choice at all, but instead a reaction to your cultural environment. You can run in circles forever trying to make this argument against either side. That's because it's a dumb argument. Women against Except in today's terms, it means wet. With modern feminism currently preaching liberation, it may be surprising to learn that at one point it was the complete opposite. In the 1970s, anti-feminism was a growing part of feminism. And when you think about it, it actually makes perfect sense because it's consistent with the core values of feminism to demonize the objectification of women and stop the fetishization of violence against them.
As a man, what a blessing it is for people to find you as a resource and decide to come to you and ask you for something because they feel like you are equipped to get it done. That's the mindset y'all need to have for 2026, men. How grateful is it that someone finds you and holds you in such high regard that they know that you are the person to get them out of whatever situation it is?
The tactics have evolved. Insults didn't work, so now exploitation is being repackaged as a privilege, as if access to your time, energy, or resources is some kind of honor. When someone only shows up when they need something, they're not building a connection, they're using you as a convenience. Helping people who are genuinely struggling is admirable, but there's a clear difference between generosity and being manipulated by someone acting purely in their own self-interest.
If they start the video off with "as a man," just know they're about to say some bull. Notice how she said what a blessing it is for people to come to you for your resources. So the resources that you work hard for, you should be thankful that people are coming to you trying to take it from you. Men, what y'all need to take into 2026 is stop giving away your resources to people that don't deserve it. Stop giving your resources away to these dry beggars that come online that just want to use you because they don't have it for themselves.
Oh no, I'm devastated.
Sean Oakman, Johnny Depp, Jonathan Majors, The Inquisitor, Ty Leo. There are many different examples of men that get falsely accused, and even after the fact that they prove their innocence, their image is still up till this day. You know what I'm saying? How many movies did Johnny Depp get ripped from him because of that whole Amber Heard situation? No bull. Even after that situation, Amber Heard still got the Aquaman. She still had movies. You know what I'm saying? She should be in jail for the false accusations she put against this man. No bull. You know what I'm saying? Even Jonathan Majors, he had a whole Marvel deal. He was supposed to be the big bad, the new big bad. He was supposed to be Kang the Conqueror. And because of that whole ordeal that happened with him, what's he in now? And I'm not saying that he's not in major projects, but they're not to that extent anymore because of that situation. There are many different examples. Even after the fact Ty Leo proving his innocence, it's still women out here that still are like, I don't believe. It's like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. That's why I say to all my brothers, you got to make sure you're careful about who you're laying down with. No bullshit, because a woman, a scorned woman, she can live your whole life. No, especially if you got some clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Please tell me you guys saw the video of the girl who was super pissed because she went with her boyfriend to his family's house for Christmas and everybody got extravagant gifts except for her. I was cringing the entire video because hear me out. She goes with her boyfriend to his family's house for Christmas. Everybody's getting extravagant gifts. They get to her. She gets some mukluk slippers and a gas card. I could get how that could maybe kill your vibe. I can see it, but here's where she loses me. She's like, I need to go for a walk. I need to go for a walk. So she goes for a walk to calm herself down. Ma'am, it is not that deep. It is not that deep. You still got something for free. You still got it for free. Why are you mad? She goes for a walk. She calls her mom. She's complaining to her mom about the situation. And then she goes, well, what did you get me for Christmas? What is wrong with you? What the is wrong with you? And the whole time she's telling this story, you can hear her boyfriend like walking around the house doing stuff, and you're sitting there on his family, ungrateful for your mukluk slippers and your gas card. What did you get for them? Not once does she mention what she did for them. So it sounds to me like you probably don't do much, so they didn't return the favor, you weird freak.
We do need men, though. We do.
We don't need them.
We do.
No, because they're lesbians.
Who do you call to get your car fixed? A man or a woman? Your toilet breaks down. Who do you call? Your power supply. Who runs it? Who runs the infrastructure of society? Men or women?
Oh, at the moment, men. Obviously,
yeah. So you agree that men run the infrastructure. So therefore,
at the moment, men run the world.
We need men.
Yeah. On a wider scale, yes. On a wider scale. On a personal scale, no. Because you don't need a man to provide for you.
Right,
you can earn our own wage.
But we need men to run the industries that keep us alive and well.
Not necessarily, no.
So,
because I know female mechanics, engineers, carpenters.
But remember that's exception. Like those industries are like 99% male.
Yeah, but for now. for now. And we can change that.
We can,
with feminism.
but
But
do we want to change?
You can't seriously claim oppression while benefiting from financial incentives, workplace accommodations, and institutional mandates designed to give you an advantage. Preferential treatment and oppression cannot exist at the same time. That level of disconnect only highlights how sheltered some of these beliefs are. Real oppression exists in countries where basic freedoms don't exist at all, and comparing the two makes these claims look completely out of touch.